Alright, now in this video we are going to learn about the list. Now the list in Python is used as an array. Now array, what is an array? So array is a collection of data that can be used to store so many variables data in one variable place. So let's start learning list in Python. So I'm gonna make a single variable named data, and in this data I'm gonna make a list. So to creating a list we need to add brackets. Now in this bracket I should add my data values. So let's suppose I'm gonna add fruit names. So I just create a string apple. Okay, to add another data we should use comma. Now we add another fruit name which is mango, let's suppose, and add another data which will be the pineapple. Alright, so I add three fruit name into a single variable. So I can print out these three variables at once with the help of the print statement. And now in this print I should write data and control S. Okay, we get apple, mango, pineapple. That's correct, the perfectly correct answer. So let's print out something more. Suppose you want to print the mango only. So what are you going to do? So you will use our index number. Now what is index number is going to be important to learn. So in human language numbers are start from 1 to 9. Right? But in the computer language, numbers are start from 0 to 9. So this is a huge difference. But that's mean, what are the indexes? So I already said that variables are stored in your RAM and accessing from the RAM also. So when your one variable is created, it gives an index number. So this will be index number, and in the arrays, the index numbers are in sorted form. So that's mean this is the index number 0, this is the index number 1, and this is the index number 2. So I hope you understand what are the index numbers. So this value is stored in the index number 0, and this value is stored in index number 1 in RAM, and this value is stored in the index number 2 in the RAM. Okay, to retrieve data of the index number 2, we're gonna add brackets. Now put the 2 in it. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna print the index number 2 value. Control S, and let's go to printing out. So we get pineapple. That's correct. 0, 1, 2, and pineapple is on the second index. So this is how we can use index to print over required data. Alright, so let's suppose you want to add let's suppose you want to add data into your data. So I'm gonna make another one which is having a numbers. Alright, so I want to add a 3 in the data. So what I do, I use data dot append. Now the append is used to adding a value into this list. So the dot notation is used to contact with this append function. Alright, so I just add brackets. Now in the append value I just write which value I want to add into my data list. So I add 3, so I write 3 in it and control S. Okay, so now print it out. Let's see what will happen. Print, and now in this data. Alright, let's see. Okay, we get 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, but it's not in sorted form. Okay, so this is how you can add values. But what happens if you want to add value at a specific index? So in this form, you cannot use append. You can use insert instead of it. So insert brackets. Now in this insert we can add the index number which you want to add. So I want on the 1 index, and the value I should want on the 1 index will be 3. Now control S. So let's see the result. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's correct. So 0, 1 on the 1 index we get 3. So that's how the index, insert, and the append works. So let's suppose you want to delete index from the list. So what you can do, so just only use del data and delete the index value also. Let's suppose I want to delete the second index value, which is the 5, 0, 1, 2. Alright, so let's print out 2, 4, 6. Now the fifth value which is on the second index is deleted. Alright, now in this video we are going to learn about list using with Python looping and the Python if-else statement. So let's get learning. Okay, I'm gonna make a data list again, and in this data list I'm gonna add some values. Let's suppose names. Let's suppose Joy. Another will be the Russo. Another one will be Robert. Alright, so if I need to find the Robert in the data list, how am I gonna do this? So with the help of the if statement, this problem can be solved. So I'm using an if Robert and an in syntax. So this is a new syntax for you. This in syntax is also used with if statement. Okay, so in syntax, and after this int, the data, which is a variable. Okay, let's see what will happening here. When the if statement runs, if Robert is present in data, then print out yes, it is present. Alright, otherwise if it's not present, then prints else statement, which having print no, it is not present. Alright, let's control S and save, and let's go to command prompt and let's see the result. Yes, it is present. That's perfect answer. So let's suppose I'm changing the Robert with the Steve and see the result. Now control S and let's see the result. No, it is not present. That's correct, perfectly correct, because Robert is not present in the data list right now. So this is how you can use the if else statement with the data. And there are much more ways you can do that. You should learn more about it. Alright, so let's move on to the looping section now. So let's suppose I'm going to chain this data with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9. Alright, so I added the 9 values. So I want only that print statement should print only the 3 values. 1, 2, 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a for loop x in range. Okay, now in this range, I'm going to add 1 to 4. Now we already know that Python always neglects the last digits, so it will neglect the last fourth digit and it will print out only 3 values. Now semicolon print x. Let's control X and go to a command prompt and see the result. Okay, we've got 1, 2, and 3. That's the perfect answer. So this is how you can use also the loops for printing out specific list. Alright, let's practice more for loop in the data sets. So I'm going to change the data list with again Joy, Russo, and Robert. Alright, now in this data set, I want to find the Robert index number. With the help of the loop, you can do that. So we make index is 0. So why I created index variable? So index variable will help you find the variable index. Okay, so I'm gonna make a for loop. Now in this for loops, I'm gonna create an x variable, x in data. Alright, so we use an if statement also. If x is double is equal to Robert, then print index. Alright, otherwise if it does not present, then move on to the else and print index increment plus 1. Alright, so what will happen when the loop will run? The first iteration run, x is double is equal to Robert. Now x has a value Joy, which is on the 0 index is equal to 0. So Joy is not is equal to Robert, so it will not print the index. It will go to the else statement, and index is equal to index plus 1, which is increment of the index. That means the index has now value the 1. So it moved to Russo. Russo is not is equal to, and then again increment, and then it's go to Robert. Now Robert is equal to Robert. So it's print out the index, which is the value 2 right now. So let's get run it and see the result. So it print out 2, 0, 1, 2. Alright, so I hope you like this class very well, and I hope you'll practice this. Okay, if you have any question, please ask me.